Not a buying shop.
Just positive vibes.
Yo, the school is also like ghetto, right? Some reason I'm getting butterflies looking at my school. Yo, when last was I at this premises? Feels like forever. But be here, guys. Take me back.
Yeah, you must take snapshot.
What's the point? Saying that side, you must. It's pointing that way.
Go! So, there you go, here's your class. So you're shooting now, you're
Sorry, basically soccer in here. So we made a lot of indoor
How
soccer
do
in
you
here.
even play soccer?
Believe me, we made it possible when teachers aren't around. We were doing the most.
This is our entrance right here.
Okay,
Remember,
man.
corridor school. This is my father's office. Get it already.
The deputy office.
Coronationville Secondary School.
These guys.
Voila. This is the barber. He's cutting my hair in school.
This is where it all began, guys. This is my Afrikaans class.
But you're in the book of Coronationville. How does it feel remembering and also walking through your memory at Coronationville High?
To be honest, it feels amazing. This is where it all began. I want to thank all my teachers that taught me at this school. It's been an amazing time back then. Can't complain. This is my class, my register class.
This one.
Yes.
So this is your register class. Why is it so kapopa?
This is my DTS class. To be honest, you know, it is a private school, so we are quite a crowd in the class. But, you know, nevertheless, we made it work. We all matriculated. We all made it.
No man, isn't this a government?
It's a government.
It's a government school, yes.
My bad, guys.
Government. That is also I remember this was a life science classroom.
Yeah, this is a life science
Life
class.
science classroom, which is all the classrooms.
That's where you find all your atoms and your molecules and your chemistry that's going on. This is a ground where we always used to play soccer. This was our chill spot, guys. Me and my clique, the same friends I have today. We used to chill here, and up until today, we're still together.
People that is coming from Coronationville High that can do more in their life and also grow as well. As you can see, we have one of the, you know, he's a good barber. You'll see in our next second half of the video. He does shoot brilliant videos and he is good in barbering as well. So this is also just to motivate you if you do come from you know, our local schools, whether it's government or private, that you can make it in life as well. What else? Amen.
Classes, one time, running down the stairs, and you must know there's only two ways, up or down. So at one time, me and my friends running all over the corridors, teachers on that side, teachers on this side, and mind me, my uncle teaches at this school. So me running to the other side, having to run into my uncle. Jeez, how much problems didn't I just create for myself? But yeah, it's been amazing. Feels good to be back here. You can walk
On the one side of this one.
These guys, my clippers are going on. Literally going on. I didn't even touch it.
Ready, just cut my hair.
Ready just remembers. What a coincidence.
So this is Coronationville High. It is a beautiful school. You know, the colors are also different. You won't see any other. You see another school that's blue name. Yeah, Bernard Isaacs is with this color. No, darker. It's darker. Yeah. Coronationville High. Let's go. Class of 2023, 81.5%. Well done, guys. Well
Despite
done.
the condition, despite the look, despite the talk,
There is
this
potential.
is where it's
to come
down.
from
This is where it gets down. There's potential, guys.
Sit down, I want to see how your face looks on the camera, honey. On behind the table, you Popeye. Okay, now you come see what it looks like.
Yo, hi everyone. You're through to the Jodeci channel. Today I will be interviewing Warwick Castles from Neighborhood Cuts. He'll be telling us more about how we started this journey on barbering and also showing his skill as well, because he'll be cutting my hair. As you can see, it's a bit rough. So he'll be cutting me today, and we'll be revealing also the potential of coming from a local school, which is Coronationville High. You know, the potential is high in the school. It's just the dream isn't there. The dream isn't always, the dream isn't always pursued. So this is one of the results of pursuing your dream, especially coming from a different school, which is a government school, and it will be also motivational as well. So I'm going to be starting off with a few questions. Are you ready for the questions, man?
I got you, my brother. I got you. I was going for this.
Right, so basically what I wanted to start you off with is, your easy questions. Like, what made you start barbering?
What made me start barbering? Okay, if I have to think back in time,
Yeah.
where it all began, sitting at home, bored, not knowing what to do, picking up a scissors and actually trying something out.
Yeah.
Believe me, the results wasn't what I expected.
I was one of the results.
I was a witness, guys. He knew.
I knew, yes.
So yeah, back to the question. Taking me back, I guess it was in the bloodstream. My brother cut hair way back then.
Yeah.
I have two brothers that actually were cutting hair. One of them were actually cutting hair in Australia, where he then obtained a certificate for the course that he actually did
For barbering.
for barbering.
Okay, yeah.
So as time went, he actually lost interest in the skill called barbering.
And that is like also a factor, because people does also lose interest in hobbies.
That's right. That's what actually. If if you do something, make sure it's a passion that you love it.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're actually gonna grow with this type of skill, or you're gonna reach a target where you see yourself. So nevertheless, it was in the bloodstream. And then what I actually did was I found a passion in this. I started cutting my friends from school, you know, bringing a clipper to school, setting it up, hooking a brother up. Wasn't the finest, wasn't the crispiest,
but
you know,
it was a phase.
It was a phase.
Yeah.
It was a phase.
Okay.
So yeah, I actually thought of actually pursuing this career, taking it further, and my brothers actually took it. So yeah, that's where it all actually began, cutting from home and actually cutting at my parents' place where I was living, in my room.
That is different because I mean, you know, not everyone's story is also the same, because everyone, for their hobbies, for their interests, they always have different things, you know, different stories, and this is your story that we are speaking about. So this also brings me off to the next question that I want to ask you, and the question that I want to ask you is, can you tell us a bit about the life you had growing up, which led you to barbering as well?
Okay, speaking about the life I had growing up, it wasn't as rosy, it wasn't the greatest picture painted, but you know, we all have our situations, we all go through things in life. I don't want to hammer too much on it, but you know, it was a bit of a tough journey for me growing up. Being raised by a single parent, where a lot of pressure was put on her, only in a later stage. Did my dad actually come into the picture due to some circumstances I don't actually want to go into, but nevertheless things worked out for my parents. I got a relationship with my dad, we grew a relationship, we created moments and things like that. It wasn't easy, to be honest. There would be times that we would go through trials and tribulation, but you know, nevertheless, whatever we go through, we don't base our lives on those situations, you know. We use that as a point in our life where it makes us stronger, it either breaks us or makes us. So it wasn't easy, but every time I fell and every time the situations wasn't as easy as what I would have expected it to be, I always just kept my head up and I kept moving. So I felt like, you know, there was always a lack in the house and things like that. What could I actually do to develop a solution? And then I thought about barbering. I looked around and I was like, you know, barbering is something that will never actually go out of fashion. A lot of people needs cuts. You know, and a barbershop is a central place for a gent, you know, having to come from work, having to come from his family, you know, it's like a personal therapy session between myself and my client. So I felt like I wanted to create that atmosphere for people, you know, just to let off a load or any burden that they carry, you know, just for some peace of mind for them to try and preferably open up to me on their problems, like just having someone to speak to, because you know, we need a person to speak to, because holding things up inside is not always the best.
And it is difficult as well when you look at people that want to start like their hobby, they always think about things that can make them money. You know? They don't always think about what makes them happy. So if you're looking at the barbering right now, barbering makes you happy, and currently we are in 2024 at the moment, and you started this barbering passion when you were younger, and you're still going on with it, you know. And a lot of people, when they do get into something like that, especially barbering, because barbering you need to build yourself up, you know, you need to set your prices and stuff like that. It doesn't always get to the point where you want to be. It's a real challenge that you need to go through in order to succeed and grow your business. If you do want to start a business in barbering, and also grow your clientele as well. So I agree with you, it is difficult, and why also I have you on the channel, because I'm inspired by the how can I say, the drive that you have with barbering. You know, you can have a normal corporate job, you can have a normal job where you're earning this X amount and stuff, but you're seeing your future, you're seeing also how you are building yourself in barbering, and yeah, that is good. And I also want to motivate a lot of other people that does also want to go into the industry of barbering, of cutting as well. Here's this guy, you know, he's from Kori. He's from Kori, he's growing up. He doesn't
keep
stop.
pushing.
he grows, and honestly, I'm one of his clients that he does cut, and his clientele alone is like it's huge. He has a lot of clients as well, also well-known people that you do cut as well. And you know what? You do also don't start at a place where you are cutting like a fancy barber shop or fancy equipment. You start at home. You start with your own equipment. You start with your chairs, and whatever. The thing is that we're not worried about that. We're worried about the finished product, which is the cut. And I have been impressed with the cut. There was times when I wasn't impressed, but that was years ago when he was still growing himself. And right now I can at least have, the confidence to say, Tra, I want to have you on my channel. Let me show the world what you are capable of.
It's an honor. It's an honor, Jody. I appreciate what you're doing right here.
It's a pleasure.
Promoting me, promoting my brand, The passion has always been to touch hearts out there, one fade at a time. That is my logo, guys. So I just want to be inspiration. I want to show you that barbering is not a typical colored thing that all coloreds do.
Yes.
That there is actually a path to grow with this. I mean, you never stop learning in this industry. There's always another chapter to it, and another chapter to it, and another chapter to it. So never limit yourself with this trade that you have, guys. Keep pushing.
Never limit yourself, guys. And one of the questions that I'm actually going into right now is question number 3. What made your dream seem impossible?
Okay, to be honest, in a phase of my life, believe me, I really had a passion for this thing, but it's not all rosy, guys. I had my challenges, I had my ups and downs. I've been in a store where I was put on a spot, not being the perfect barber, not having to have learned all, your perfect ways of doing what you need to do in order to get the perfect product at the end. So I was put under a lot of pressure in a few shops that I worked in. I did mess up. I was disappointed with myself, but yeah, we just kept it going.
And what would you say is your breakthrough moment? That is also one of the questions I would like to ask you.
My breakthrough moment.
Yeah.
So guys, I was cutting hair for some time, but in a period of my life, I actually decided to go back into corporate. Sitting behind the desk, taking orders, which was something I was never good at, guys. I want to work at my own time, I want to be flexible, I want to move around, I want to chill, I want a good vibe, a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
So the breakthrough was one time where I was actually doing insurance for a company called City of Tomorrow. They are brokerage. So I was actually sitting at my desk and reflecting on myself and where I always wanted to see myself. Thinking about all the things that I'm busy dealing with and all the clients I have to take care of and things like that. Spending my time here,
And it's
most of
money
my time.
you're making on something you enjoy.
Exactly. So for me, it was always just me being afraid to take that risk. But one point in my life, I actually decided that, guys, I'm gonna take that risk. I actually went up to my manager and I was like, you know what? I'm out of here. I am out of here. Gotta go.
He's out of here, guys.
I explained my story. I told her that, you know what? I feel like my passion inside is burning and I want to pursue this thing. So that very day, I left the company. I went home and I started doing my research on what I found to be my passion. So for me, that was my breakthrough. Making that decision, taking that risk that I'm going to invest all my time, all my work on this particular trade. Okay guys, so this is where it all goes down. This is everything you need to get the job done. I would prefer, as a starting barber, work with what you have, but in a later stage always try and upgrade your equipment for more efficiency, for better quality, and just a better result. So what I have here, I have my scissors. First I have my cutthroat. This I use for a lineup just to give it a crispier, more defined look. Here I got my blades, lowered blades. Yeah, I've got my scissors. This is my cutting scissors. I use this to shorten the hair or to cut it into different steps. Yeah, I have my thinning scissors just to thin the hair out. Then that all my cards. This is my machine that I use. This is where all the work is done. Wall 5-star magic clip, cordless. Very good. It helps as well. Load shedding, you know what we go through. Yeah. This is a detailer. Good for efficiency, good for quality, good for more defining. So yeah, 5-star valve gets the job done. Cleans the cut very well as well, just to get it more expansion on the look, the overall look. And yeah, I have the basic products that I'm using at the moment, but in a later stage we will eventually create my own branding. So yeah, that's it guys. Cape, equipment, everything. We're ready to do this. When you are, I am. Here we go. Okay guys, this is the kickoff. Here we go. So first things first, I'm gonna cover up my client so that you don't get him all messy or anything. Okay, as you can see, we got a bit of construction to do right here. Okay, let's kick off. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is brush the hair so everything lays nicely. See, we got a bit of a situation here that we're trying to get right. Now make sure you get all the hair laying down according to the grain. Okay, so here we go. Okay, things here that I'm gonna be needing. Okay, so we're gonna start off with my Wow 5-star clipper magic cordless, good for load shedding. You always want to clean up your clippers, you know, disinfect any bad bacterias. Just wipe it off. Just a bit of oil just to grease it up. Okay, here we go. So first step, I'm gonna level everything out on the top according to the length he wants on top. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. So my number 4 guard, I'm gonna clean up all of this bulk on the top. Okay, so secondly we have our detailer 5-star, very efficient, good for a good cleanup, good for a crispy look. So firstly you want to disinfect. Don't you want to leave like this, is it now? Okay, second step, bold line. Let's get it. So we are doing a low fade. You want to get it straight so there's a good balance in your fading. This is just one of them. Okay, so guys, this is the final product. with all that equipment, this is the conclusion we came to. As you can see, low fade, eyebrow cleanup, beard cleanup. Let me know what you think, comment below. If you have any advice, any tips that I could use. But this is it. My client's happy. How do you feel about this haircut? Go.
I love it, I love it. I feel fresh, I feel new. As you saw in the previous clip that we took, I was looking a bit scruffy, but I feel fresh. I feel like a new person. I can feel the fade is in, you know. So I'm gonna be going to go flex this haircut right now. And thank you for the cut.
And remember to go straight up.
And remember to go to neighborhood cuts if you want a cut. Remember to support him.
Support me, show your love. You can find me on Insta, you can find me on TikTok, and yeah. Okay, so guys, here you got it. Final product, as you can see, low fade, nice cleanup. If you have any tips for me, please do comment below. Nice eyebrow cleanup, beard done. My client seems happy. That's a wrap. Guys, that's a wrap. Don't forget to follow me on my social platforms up above, Warwick_Barber. You can find me on Instagram or TikTok, Warwick_Barber. Thank you so much. We got Jody over here.
Thanks guys, so this is the channel that I'll be posting more content on. This is the Jodeci channel. If you want to follow me on your YouTube channel at the Jodeci channel that will be listed above. And you can also follow me on my Facebook channel, Jody Gentle or Jodeci. What I also wanted to say is thanks so much to the school Coronationville for allowing us to shoot this amazing video in their wall. This is the emblem. You know, thank you, Corey. Thanks guys, and that will be a wrap. Please comment if you have anything else to say, like, subscribe to my channel, and this will be our local promotion. Thanks. Thank you guys.
Peace out. Enjoy.